Hello, and welcome to your reading. Let's get to it. I have your message opened in front of me. We're gonna give it a read. I'll also use a little bit of the incense. Helps me tap in. Okay, you said, I'm currently staying home taking care of my almost 2-year-old baby. I feel extremely drained, both mentally and physically. My relationship with husband is also taking a toll, and we constantly have disagreements, fights. Internally, I struggle with my identity both at home, as a wife and a mother, and as a young professional in my career. That is very, very common, and I don't think this is talked about enough. Because I keep hearing it, and I don't know why people don't want to discuss that. I want to talk about this a little bit. Motherhood is being shown as this, blissful thing, and people only talk about the great things of it, which is good to some extent. But a lot of people are not talking about the actual mental challenges you having to grieve your own life, or grieve your professional life, or having to manage both. So this is very understandable. Even though I do not have children, I can to some extent understand this. And as a young professional in my career, I quit my job a year ago to stay home. I always had a clear vision for myself, but this time I truly feel defeated and somehow lost. I need help. First thing that came to my mind when I read this message for you is to find a Facebook group where people share certain stories like that. And listen, this just came to me as a download. I don't know the name of a group. I would say do your own research. There are a couple of groups that I am in where people anonymously share, difficulties of life. And a lot of people resonate with that, because at times people think I'm going through this on my own, or other people don't have these problems like I do. So I would highly encourage you to find a group on Facebook, but not a group of mothers where they all, super mothers. Like now it's very fashionable that the life is great, my baby's the best, my kid can do no bad. No, like really raw, genuine groups that would make you feel that you're not alone, but also some people may have advice, or you could connect to someone in that group who may be struggling with the same things, or who have overcome that. I saw those groups are really, really friendly, and a lot of people find peace there. So that's the first thing for you. But let's see, advice from your higher self. What are you going through right now? And we're talking spiritually here. Your higher self, what are you going through spiritually right now? Why are you feeling the way you're feeling? And what to step into that would be helpful for you. What to step into that would be helpful for you. This advice may sound weird to you at first, or at least at this moment. Well, I'll get to it once I have all the cards on the table, so just bear with me. What's beneficial to focus on right now for you? What is the most beneficial thing to focus on to help yourself out? What's most beneficial to focus on right now? Of course, apart from what you're doing, what you gotta do, your routine. Oh, it's all you here. It's all you. Okay. What's not priority right now, or what can be more distracting, more damaging than helpful? What can be more damaging than helpful? And I'm going to tap out of your higher self now, because it talks about right here, right now. I want to focus on what's important for you to focus on moving forward, meaning the next 2 years? I don't usually ask this question, but for you, for some reason, I want to do that. Next 2 years. Okay. Let's step into your emotions. Let's analyze that. What's your enemy emotionally right now? What to avoid and what to step into. Okay. What needs your attention? What needs your attention? What's acting like a negative aspect? What's acting like a negative aspect? Right, okay, let's start. We'll just put this right here so it's not in the way. Look, now is the moment on a soul level for you where you're already noticing that, where you are seeking for this kind of big picture thinking, where you want to be a visionary, you want to have inspiring ideas. You are craving for creativity and self-realization. But you know what your higher self is telling me? You actually have a card that is saying you are being guided right now, even though you don't feel like it, even though you may tell me it's BS, Brigitte, this is like, I'm not feeling this at all, this is BS. In reality right now is the place where you're being asked to be in for a bit longer, and don't resist it. Yes, you can have a clash. Let me see. How would your higher self describe you to me right now? How would your higher self describe you to me right now? And what would your higher self want you to focus on? What to step into? What to step into? Alrighty. Look, your higher self is showing us that there is inner conflict here, literal inner conflict. I am in between. Like, I don't know. This is a new space for me. There is a lot that is happening in my head. At times you may feel like you want to just pack your bags and go somewhere and be on your own for some time. It's just like, it seems like you want to escape at times. This is all normal. This is all fine. But your cards are asking you at this moment, try not to live in the future or in the past too much, because that's just going to work negatively against you. You're going to get too much in your head. You're going to start planning things that you cannot start doing right now. And then it creates more tension in you. If you want to plan, if you want to daydream, it's all good, but make sure when you're planning and daydreaming, make sure that you're not doing that from the sense of emotion of frustration. You are actually optimistic about it as if it's happening soon. I have this already. I'm not going to be stuck in this emotion for a long time. This shall pass. This shall pass once I'll start moving again. Your enemy, I'm going to say, enemy is being closed off, anger, at times bad dreams that will be showing you that, hey, I'm not doing really well. Being apathic, okay, avoid those things, and stepping into irrational fears, because when you're in energy like this, after some time you may kind of gather irrational fears, and you don't want that. Instead, your cards are saying, let's step into what? A connection. First connection with the Creator. Now, this could be, I don't know if you believe in God, any God or universe. What do you believe in? Connect to the source a little bit more. Connecting to the source, what can help you is being a bit more frequently outside or in nature. Okay? Would it be alone? Would it be with your family? Would it be you and a child? Start creating an energy of love and a sense of safety around you. You need calmness, and that calmness is found on the earth. Does that make sense? Why? Because you're being shown as a highly empathic individual. You observe so much of people around you, and on top of that you have this inner conflict yourself. Then you feel maybe at times disassociated, or you are here but you're not here. So let's step into nature. You have a couple of cards, if you can see, that talk about particularly place where there are a lot of trees, or preferably old trees. So start researching around you. Oh my God, this is so funny. Just before your reading today, I sat down for a couple of hours and I was making a list on my laptop, researching the spots that I can go and have bonfire in, or I can camp in the forest. And I have a list of like 8 so far, and I was like, no, I want to do a reading. I feel really good and calm. I'm gonna do a reading and I'll come back to it. And look, it happens a lot of times with clients like that, where I intuitively feel like I want to do something that they are supposed to be doing as well. So you and me have this connection here, where you also being asked to go out in nature, but do some research. Are there any cute spots around you? How far away is it? Find the website where maybe it lists all of those spots, or if you can't, maybe you just want to take a walk on Google Maps and find it yourself. It's really important for you. That's the place for you where you're able to restart, and your nervous system becomes a bit calmer. That is the first step for you here. That is the first step. The second step that I'm seeing is your partnership, your marriage that needs work, and it comes through, look, in 2 cards on the side right here. When tarot shows that to me like this, when 2 cards from different decks come up, both of them same thing, it's actually screaming at me to pass this message to you. Meaning, marriage needs a lot of work. But don't work on your marriage when you don't feel that you are emotionally there. That's why your card's starting with you here. You are coming up as this individual who needs to go there and find a bit more peace. Where is your peace? You right now being asked to literally shake things up. If you are stuck on a boring routine and nothing excites you anymore, and you're just there, you're doing your things, but you're just there, your cards are asking you to try this. And I do this quite often. Do something to change your energy. Meaning, I look at my situation, let's say a problem, from the glasses of fun. As if I'm imagining, I'm putting the glasses, kind of ridiculous glasses, that show me issues or problems in my life or someone else's life if I'm very worried about them, from a point of view where, listen, no one died, no one is being suffocated, no one is being abducted, no one is sex trafficked, right? Like I'm basically making the situation funny, and I laugh at myself and I go, listen, this is not a big deal. Let's shake it up. So you can use any technique here that works for you to lighten up your mood and lighten up the space. See, because if you are feeling happy, then environment reflects that back to you. Same would be with children and with partners. When you feel happy, when you give enough for yourself, you feel that you have nurtured yourself well enough, that's when the environment reflects that back. You're not as angry. Your child also can feel calmness in you, and they may not be as all over the place or as triggered by little things. There is, that connection is in the family, like people feel people. That's when things start improving. Not to say that your marriage, you on your own need to fix and work on. No, I'm saying let's start on you. Focus on you. Pour into yourself right now. Find your peace. Where is your peace? What do you like doing? What lights you up? And I really want you to take this seriously, what lights you up. In the next, I don't know, would it be a month, 3 months, however long you want to look at in advance. Take your journal or something and write down things that you are promising yourself you're going to do that you like doing. You're going to find time. You're going to find a way to do them. And one step at a time, please start doing it. Listen, now is not the time for you to think about business deals, to think about, to focus, like prioritize that in your head. The business, the professional life. Right now, you're right here. So let's make the best of right here. Otherwise, you're gonna be constantly in this inner conflict and this kind of resistance, and there are inner fights and wars happening, and those wars may extend outside of you into other relationships, and you won't feel happy, right? So let's focus on that. See, what's your problem here is you don't feel like you're living your life authentically right now. Because you're not doing things that make you feel this way. So if you can't right now go to work and work on your career, do the things that you like doing apart from work. Can you ask someone to look after the child? Can you maybe get a nanny? Can you talk to your partner and say, hey, you know what, like I really need this because I'm struggling emotionally at times. I need to do this for myself. Find the best way. Now in your life, this is a phase where you may feel like everything is on pause. And really, you may not like it. But your cards are saying this is a time for you to postpone some things. You know what's also lacking here? A sense of safety. Do you feel emotionally safe? Do you feel physically safe? Usually all goes together. If we don't feel emotionally safe, our body goes like, ooh, it shows us. What do you need to work on in order for you to feel more emotionally safe? Do you need to talk to your partner? Do you need to be vulnerable? Do you need to really literally open your heart and put it on a table and say that's what's happening? But of course, it takes two to tango. If your partner is not receptive, then it's an issue. Like there is a bigger issue that you have to deal with here, right? What else? What else do we have here for you? It's a very self-focused reading. This is also the time where you are kind of pushed to stop so that you can recognize what doesn't work for you. And in the long run, you'll know what kind of changes you'll want to make, what needs to leave. I don't think you fully understand what I'm saying just yet. You may get a grasp of it. I feel like this may be a bit more of the future energy for you. Okay, Animal Tarot, please. What other advice or message do you have that I have not mentioned? What other advice or message do you have that I have not mentioned? Listen, the fresh start is in the future. You're gonna be able to feel your freedom in the future. Right now, you're being shown as the person who works really hard, takes on a lot of responsibilities, burdens here. As it says in the card, you're working far too hard and the stress will soon become too much. Reach out for help from others and take some time to play and enjoy life. That's exactly what we've been talking about in this reading. You have the playful energy right here too. Play. Have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. Don't be so serious is that message where I told you, hey, let's put those glasses on, you know, like silly glasses. Let's laugh a bit more. Let's make a difficult situation funny. Let's be ironic maybe. Let's be sarcastic. Let's laugh it off. And it's hard for people to do, but once you try it out, you're gonna notice it's gonna become easier over time. What I do, where I use this also, is when I have a person in the family who's very controlling and they cannot they want to make sure that you do everything the way they want them to be. They just like that. They are a very good person, but they just like that. And they annoy every single person. And I was laughing. I was like, hey, telling her partner, how can you live with someone like that? We all laughed. And then every time I noticed, I'd go to this person, visit them, they start going on about, but how about if you did it this way? I would just start making sarcastic jokes and the person wouldn't get mad and everyone would laugh and I wouldn't take on that angry energy or like, oh, this is annoying me. I'll just switch it up. So switch it up yourself. Try this. I know this is a mental game, but that would highly benefit you right now. Switch it up. Oh, something fell down. I don't know. Maybe the child knocked something down and you're like, oh my God, it's been the 5th time today. For example, I'm not saying it's happening. You can just make a joke out of it. Somehow, try this out. Okay, Chariot card. It's a great card to have. You can successfully balance various or opposing energies at once through determination and focus. This is telling you can do it. You can step into yourself. You can get back to yourself. Okay? You have earned rewards and recognition you are receiving. This is the future energy. All of these talk about the present, right? But since we're talking now, tapping into your future, your rewards are coming. Okay? Not here yet, but they're coming. And the Dreamer card, which is a Fool card, which is a very light-hearted card, says you will feel more freedom in the future. You will be able to make moves that maybe you can't make right now. You are starting a new endeavor. Run free and take a leap of faith. This is your energy in the future, the freedom energy. And when I looked at the time when I said that, it was 23. So I truly hope this was helpful and you can use some of the advice to better yourself the way you're feeling right now, and have a wonderful rest of a day or evening, whatever the time is with you. Bye for now.